Hey, Gen Max. I am here at the Ciudad de los Niños y Los Niños y las Niñas de La Paz, or the La Paz Children's Home. So this is going to be a different video today. We are here at a nonprofit that takes care of children whose families are not very well off at all. And I got Padre Valentin, Padre Valentin with me today, and he is running this home. Also, he was a beneficiary of this home when he was a child. So let's hear a little bit of his backstory, and then we're going to talk about the home and also how you can support it.
Hi, this is Father Valentin. I'm director of this house. Since I was 10 years, I used to live here as an intern. And now, 3 years later, I'm the director of this house. So I'm so proud to help this house now as a priest. Because when I was a kid here, I was dreaming to improve this house. My parents abandoned me, mom and dad, when I was 3. So many years when I was a little kid, I lived on the street like a paper boy. And then the government discovered me living on the street and sent me to here, this house. Because 3 years ago, this house received orphans. Right now, we just receive kids, the parents, but this house was born receiving orphans.
So I want to hear more about the kids who aren't here right now because they're in school, but hopefully by the end of this video, they will be here. In 30 minutes we've got, so they'll be back soon, but I want to hear a little bit more of who is the typical child that comes here and what is life like?
We receive boys and girls since 6 to 10 years. Basically to study the basic school, right? Like we said in Spanish, in Mexico, escuela primaria. And we receive children whose parents are struggling with poverty, violence, and social problems in his families or his social circles.
So I wanted to really do this video to show you ways that you can help out. As guests in this country, we're usually more well off than the average Mexican, and we have the ability to help people. And a lot of us, as foreigners, we come here and we help dogs, which is great. Dogs, cats, spay, neuter, definitely needs to happen. But there are opportunities to get involved with people. And so I want to hear a little bit more about the kids who live here and like what would their life look like without this home and what will it look like with?
Our kids have to go to school every day, 8 a.m., and return to this house 1 p.m. And then the kids eat here, study here, and afternoons the kids make games or arts and music or receive religious instruction, because as a priest and the nuns, we are a religious institute.
So yeah, let me give a little background here. We are on church grounds. It's part of the Diocese of La Paz for the Catholic Church. So, and we just happen to be next door to the Cathedral de Guadalupe.
Santuario de Guadalupe.
Santuario de Guadalupe. For those of you who are in La Paz, you probably know that building. It's a beautiful building off Cinco de Febrero. But the church provides the grounds, but they don't support this beyond that. So financial contributions, things like that. these guys need as much support as they can. So you heard about the kind of a day in the life of the kids that are living here, but I want to hear more about the lifetime journey of what a child who didn't have this opportunity, what their life might look like, and a child who is here, what their life might look like.
We have kids whose moms have not a house. They pay rent, a little apartment, and the moms have not money to eat, even to eat. Mm-hmm. So that kids have the only opportunity to go to a school attending here. Mm-hmm. Because we provide eating, education, formation, and obviously care, because we try to taking care of the kids. And in their houses, these kids have not even electricity or water or security. Right? So it's important for these families. Actually, we have 3 families, 3 kids, receiving the help, not only financial help, but complete help, right? Because receive not only a dinner, receive love from us. So it's important for these moms and dads to keep their kids here.
So I know that the Rotary Club, or one of the Rotary Clubs in La Paz, supports some rural areas to make sure that the kids have shoes, because that is the barrier to schools. The kids don't have the uniforms that they need or the shoes that they need to be able to go to school. So that is something that the house provides that these kids wouldn't have otherwise. If you can't afford shoes and a uniform, then you can't go to school. And if you can't go to school, then your life gets set on a certain path. Let's hear maybe about some of the graduates, some of the kids that have lived here, about what they've gone on to do.
I know lawyers, doctors, nurses, and teachers, boys and girls, now ladies and gentlemen from good, serving to this community. I have a great friend who's living in Seattle, and they send me money every month, and they live here. There are many people who remember this house with love, and maybe want to give something back to this house.
For these folks to receive money is complicated. They're working on forming a corporation so that they can open a bank account that is separate from the church. So what we're going to do here is that this video is coming out in December. And so from now until the end of December, anything that y'all donate to buy me a coffee or buy me a margarita, each one of those will work. I'm going to turn that into cash and hand it over to these folks, because that's how things work. Mexico is a very cash-based society. So anything that you all donate to buy me a coffee from this point where this video comes out through the end of December, I'm going to turn that into cash donations for them. So your $5, your $10, your $15, $25, whatever it is, go to buy me a coffee, and I will make sure that that money makes it to the school here. And we're going to do a little bit of a tour.
In this house, we try to learn our pupils to help. So we try to design a schedule for boys and girls to help cleaning the kitchen every day, right? So all in this house, we need to help with something clean, to repair and to keep clean all this house.
So they have a capacity for about 30, 35 kids. They've got about 25, 26 staying here now. There's a separate boys' dorm room, one for the younger boys, one for the older boys. And then the girls have their own dorm room, and they've got a little seating area. One thing that is common here in terms of donations is the contractors donating services, goods and services. Like the fans here are being replaced by a contractor. So donating is also possible beyond just money, but donating things and services to help keep this place maintained. So I hope that you enjoyed the tour here of the children's home in La Paz. I'm sure there's other groups like this around the country, but I wanted to give you a kind of a sample of what exists here. There are orphanages that are run by the state, but there are a lot of organizations like this, often affiliated with the Catholic Church, that help out people or kids who are coming from very poor families. So remember, if in the month of December, from the point where I release this video to the end of December, if you donate to buymeamargarita.com instead of margaritas, we will be donating all of that money to the children's home here in La Paz. So head over there now, make a quick donation. Other donations, you can also volunteer here. There's a lot of opportunities. The Padre speaks English, but the kids do not speak English. So you do need to speak some Spanish in order to be able to be really helpful here. Or if you have some ability you're a contractor or something like that and have the ability to do some work around here, they would really appreciate that too. Computer lab, the computers are about 10 years old, so they're getting a little bit old. So a lot of the stuff here, a lot of stuff is donated. A lot of stuff looks great, but maybe is getting a little bit older. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is a good, December is the giving month. So hopefully you will donate to this nonprofit or other nonprofits in Mexico, in the United States, and Canada, wherever it is that you should choose to make your donation. So from here in La Paz, wish you were here. Hasta luego.